Hello and thanks for joining me. In today's video we are going to take a look at another one of the locks from John Dow's 12 Stations of Pain. Now John sent me a package recently. In that package were 12 locks that are not easy locks by any means, but also he sent me a list of times that I get to pick each of those locks. So it's a bit of a challenge for me. If you want to see the unboxing video of that, I'll leave a little link to it just at the top of the screen there. But I think what we'll do is we'll dive into the box today and see what lock we can get open. The lock we're looking at today is the Euro Elzett, and it's a Euro Elzett 700, according to the message that John Dow sent me. Now it's not a Euro lock. Normally a Euro lock would look something like that, but this is actually a lever lock. So we'll get them out of the box, have a look at what we have got to deal with. There's the lock, there's the key, and there's some sort of fitting stuff. There's the fitting instructions in there. There's no details on what the lock, how the lock operates or anything like that. So first up, let's have a quick look at the key. So it's a lever lock key, but it's got 2 rows of bitting. Traditionally, lever locks would just have 1 row of bitting, something like that. But this one has 2, and they're kind of not quite mirrored. They're kind of the same bitting, but flipped, I think. And the idea is we've got this little bit of warding just there. That lines up with a groove on the key just there. So you can only put the key in one way. And then you turn it to the first position, which locks it, and then turn it to the second position, which sort of double locks it, I suppose. But looking at it, the idea is that both of those rows of bitting would come into play as you're locking and unlocking it. Now that sounds like it's quite a difficult lock to defeat. 5 levers, but let's see what John Doe says about this lock. So the Elzett 700, I can open it in 20 seconds. 20 seconds max, but quite generously, John's going to give me 90 seconds. He says it's the yellow box lever lock, so we saw the yellow box just now, and he says only fully open counts. And I think what he means by that is that from the locked position, I've got to open it. Oh, is it stuck? Yeah, open it there and there. So I've got to kind of do it 2 positions to get it open. So, bit of a challenge. Can it be done? Now 20 seconds to open a lock like this with traditional picking wires and lever lock tensioners seems a little bit ambitious. I don't think that's the approach that John would have taken, partly based on that time, but also based on this, which I saw on the other side. Yeah, to me, it looks like some sort of bypass or brute force attack has been used to get this lock open. So that's definitely the approach that I'm going to take to see if I can get this open. Now, I really want to beat John's times. I'm not going to be able to do it on all of those locks probably. But let's see if we can't beat the 20 seconds on this one. I'm going to use this Phillips screwdriver to see if I can get it open. Now, you've got to remember that as well as getting it open, I've got to get it the 2 stages and get this fully retracted. So let's see if we can't get it open. So that's the first position. And I think, yeah, that's the second position. Make sure it's all the way back. Yeah, that's it, all the way back. I think that was that beats 20 seconds. I'm going to claim a new record on this. So why could I get that open so quickly? How could I get it open so quickly? It's a 5 lever lock. It's got 2 seemingly different rows of bitting. Now, fortunately, we've got a little screw on this one, so I can show you what's inside, and we can see why that was so easy. I think what I'm going to do first, actually, is just lock him back up. If I can get the key in the right way. So it's in the locked position. If I take this cover off, we'll be able to see inside. So inside, we've got 5 levers, which are just here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got this plate on the top, which should be able to just come off like that. Now inside you can see the levers. In order to get a lever lock open, what we've got to do is lift them so that this part here can pass through the middle of the levers. And the reason that this particular lock is so easy to open, and I could open it, and John probably as well with the screwdriver, is because this central section is just so big. You don't need to lift these levers up to a specific height particularly to get it open. All you've got to do is reach in, as I did, and just push up randomly on these levers, And all you've got to do is get the lever lifted just past that stump. Now if you have a look, I've got a lever lock cutaway just here, and you can see there's a lever there. And similar to this, we've got this little sort of stump here. Now you can see on that lever that the gap to get the lever pack through that stump is very small. It's only just a little bit bigger than that kind of stump itself, and if we compare that to the Elzett, it's just absolutely massive. So all we need to do to get this one open, I'll see if I can demonstrate it a little bit. If I just hold that in place, all these levers don't spring off, is just sort of randomly lift these up. I'm not going to be able to do this. Yeah, just randomly lift them all up and lever backwards, and at, you know, in no time at all, you're just going to be able to, if I just show you there we go. I've just got it to the first position. I'm just randomly lifting those up with my thumb. And there you go. We got that one picked with my thumb. And the Elzett 700 has been defeated. When I look back on the video and just check the times, I think that was about 11, maybe 12 seconds, which I think is pretty respectable, considering I was given 90 seconds to get it open on this one. Now, I was quite intimidated by this lock when I first looked at it, and certainly by Hoz's time of 20 seconds. But yeah, once I figured out all I needed to do was kind of abuse it with a screwdriver, it actually proved quite a fun challenge. I think it's kind of interesting that it's so badly made in there, that, you know, that gap is so wide, and that's what makes it so easy to defeat. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that one. I'm going to leave a little DMAC logo up in the corner. If you hit that, you get to subscribe, and that means you won't miss the next video installment of Hoz's 12 Stations of Pain. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.